Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Checking them levels. Last week I was in super hot mode on vocals. Tweaking my settings. Anyone listening, let me know. How am I sounding? Killing time in the house. Testing 1, 2, 3. Coming in with my excited voice. Thanks, guys. Thanks for checking on that. Dumb sound. You sound like Robbie B over there, always muting himself on our podcast. Killing time. Great to have you back, man. Sorry I missed you while you were out here. Sorry, guys, I'm just drinking some coffee. Pounded it. Got up early today. Turn my old cell phone off. Power that bitch off. You're dead to me, phone. You can't wait 3 minutes, Dumbo, to see what we're painting? Got that Vortex on deck. I'll let you guys look at it for a few minutes. Cthulhu in the house. Drazar checking in. Oh, we got the Pervy Monk. What's up, bro? Forgens. Sin for Game. Sin for Game 69. See, I always thought it was like Sin for Game. Is that just your name, or do you mean it as like a hilarious play on words? Like Sin is abbreviation for your real name, and Sin is also cool because it's Sin. Grazer. Ooh, the Lord Cypher Churkenhern. I think I've been calling you Grazer. Probably Grazer. Yep. Solid move there, Sin for Game 69. You just finally started watching Rick and Morty? Somebody shared me a link today of like them doing a of like a talent screening, like, you know, just doing one of those like test markets with like the really shitty animation, but like the voice actors. Yo, season 3 is gonna be real. Oh, you saw that, Dumma? It's so ridiculous, right? Drazar. You be getting your beat slapped thinking about them Thousand Suns we talked about last week? Makes me happy to hear. Dude, that shit was so ridiculous. Dumba. Dumba. Killing time, technologically advanced. Same squanch time, same squanch channel. Ty winning in the house. We were just talking about them Rick and Morty's. Dude, that shit was ridiculous. Anybody hasn't seen it, it's crazy. The Rick and Morty, that Rick and Morty little teaser. It's like HBO level profane. What is the pronunciation of your name? Is it not Dumba? Is it like Diumba? Or Dumba? I require everyone to use underscores from now on. Like Killing Tom Payton. War Child 1. On my Xbox sometimes it's too much. What are you talking about specifically? Chat Delu. Hellbrute. They're just a bitch to paint, bro. There ain't literally no way to fucking cut corners on those. Dumme. Dumba. Dumme. Like dumbass? Dumme. Got it. Alright, guys. Let's do this thing. Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here. Next level painting. Hitting you up on one of the many most literal best days of the week. Literally, literally. Not figuratively. Today, we're going to be painting some more terrain. We're going to be painting that Vortex up on deck. Showing you some cool magic colors. It's going to be fresh. Let's get it on deck. Get it on deck. Alright. 56-inch full screen, Kenny? Yo. That's on you, bro. My face was never meant to be that big. Yep. Chat Tulu, you bought a Hellbrute. That's on you, bro. The Mayhem pack is fun. I ran it in a tournament once. Did alright. But I mean, it's more like alright fun than like good. Alright, let's take a look at what we got. Oh, so fat. Okay, so we got some colors here on deck. The idea is we're painting like maybe half a spectrum. Starting with the yellow, you know, like basically, you know, like purples and blues. Then it goes to a light blue. Then like a light green. Then like a dark green. Back to a light green. Back to like some yellows. Like spectrum, you know? Psychedelic style. And then eventually it would work its way to orange and red. But we're gonna work this lineup of paints right here. This direction, like yellow toward the bottom, and just work our way up and just get this thing looking funky. Xbox One Twitch app. Y'all been thinking about getting into some streaming some Street Fighter, but I'm about to get a PS4. Not sure. Yeah, the Hellbrood is a straight biatch. They are a bitch. I got 3 of them recently up in my gallery that I did for a couple commissions, like about 4 or 5 months ago. They were such a pain in the ass to paint. We'll get that airbrush going, guys. I think I got water. Damn, I'm a little light on water. Yep. Oh, well, I got plenty of water over here. Is their Xbox One Twitch app just suck, or what? What's the deal there? Yep. Ty winning. Yeah, we're going straight. Like, well, we're keeping it kind of zinchy, but we're also trying to keep that spectrum theme. You know, like totally psychedelic. You know, but because I normally wouldn't do like, you know, dark blue, light green, dark green, light green. Like that's totally spectrum. That's not. So that's the word. I completely changing the transitions. Cat a couple gaming checking in. That's one of our mods. I recently had to make Ironheaded a mod. I still don't know if I trust him with that kind of power yet. He immediately started a fight with Nightbot. Cat a couple. You guys streaming right now? Abstinence checking in. Alright. Standard protocol. So actually, this is kind of interesting, this Vortex. So what I think I want to do, actually, is I think I want to give it a nice light coat of yellow. Honestly, I think I want to build the yellow up. You know, I don't know. I'm going back and forth on this. Like, that was my first idea. Now I kind of think I want to start with ice and green and just give it like a once-over of ice and green. The Oprah of making mods. I don't understand the reference, Ty winning. T-Day checking in. What up, pimp? Alright, guys. Talking through my muffled mask. Hopefully you can still hear me. Gonna use a little bit flow improver as per the usual. Getting kind of light on it, though. Waiting for my order. Going with the Ios and green. It's my favorite base green in the business. Let's get it going. Oh, get it. You guys are hilarious. Let's mix this grain up. A little bit of water, flow improver. There we go. Let's see if we got something here. Let me get the old black glove out. About to paint all over my hand. Ironheaded. It's not. It's a spectrum. I guess you missed the first part. We're not painting like a true transition. We're painting like half of a spectrum with dark green, light green, light green. You know, light blue, dark blue, purple. all the way down to like yellow, we're just not going to keep going on the spectrum. So it's not just a transition. It's totally like psychedelic acid tripping. Real quick, let me move the camera up, because this is gonna get cray. Alright. Ios and green. Let's just hit the whole thing Ios and green. And we primed it all. We did some ghetto priming. We'll dry brush it later after we get this vortex done. And the reason I'm starting with Ios and green in my mind is because I can blend most colors into Ios and green pretty well. I have a lot of experience with that. We'll come back in by hand and paint these skulls. Gonna want to hit every angle. This thing has a lot of ridges, so you're gonna want to make sure you get every little angle to get them all. This is our little twister. Not too shabby right there. It's a good base color. Dumbass, how much drops of flow improver paint and water would you say you add? If you're watching the videos, I haven't recalled. Literally, it's an art. It's an art, bro. It's any science. I'd say I go pretty heavy water. I mean, I'm like almost 50-50, like add-ins as compared to paint. Lockfinity asks, are you bringing orcs to LVO? Yes, they will be one of the armies I bring. Alright, I'm going to pour what's left over back in the pot. And now I got to make some decisions. After I close this pot. So, pretty much I got good jump off points going to anywhere. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight into Necrotite Green. And this is going to definitely be back and forth, like to get this to look the way I want. So, a little bit of flow improver. Necrotite Green, my favorite green of all greens. Just a little bit. A little bit of water. Stir it up. Backflow gangster gumbo technique. So Necrotite Green in this spectrum. So we're saying that it's going to be yellow down here. That means we'll fade that yellow into the Necrotite Green. But the Necrotite Green is going to come up and stop, be Iosin Green, and then be Necrotite Green again.
And his name is John C.
I will address that donation here in 1 second. Orgasmic. So that's the idea of a spectrum. It's not spectrums aren't transitions. You know, it's a spectrum of colors. So it's kind of like yellow, bright green, bright green, as it goes to blue, as it goes to dark blue. So I'm just laying that foundation right now. I'm gonna have to let this dry a little bit. It's coming on like a little wet blend right now. And like I said, this will be a back and forth process, so bear with me. You can see we're bringing that necrotite green in, my favorite green. Let's let that dry for just 1 minute. Let me see what's going on over here on the Stra's name. Alright. Orgasmic donated $20 bills. Says, yo dog, just checking in for a quick donish. Donation on my smoke break. It looks like he's on his phone. I bet he's on his phone. Typo in city. We'll have to catch up on the YouTube. Praying for the Trogor gif. Actually, that's not in rotation anymore. But I'll put it back in for you for next time, brother. You did trigger, though, one of my favorite gifts of all time, to 8-Bit John Cena. Appreciate it, Holmes. While that dries, I'll talk. Let me look at this Q&A real quick. Allure 34, what's up, pimp? Haven't seen you for a minute. I hope you can hang out for a little while. Oh, killing time. They will be after my Meg Boys and Gretchen for Kenny and my Lord of Change I'm making for the Zombie Dragon. Oh, I am the coup. What up, pimp? Can't wait to see what you got, killing time. Still one more name. Still one more name. Me and Still One More Name played our epic game, no spoilers. We're going to edit it this week. We're going to do some voiceover. If you guys follow me on Patreon, you'll notice that I got iced, because last week we did a buy me a drink fund and got iced, and we took a picture for proof. It's on Patreon right now. You don't need to give me money to see the picture. It's public picture. I think it might also be on Facebook. Back at it. Jay Dirty, what up, pimpin'? Glad that you checked out the stream for the first time, brother. So, okay, guys. So as you can see, making the spectrum. You can see these bright two colors right here. I'm going to get a little bit more necrotite green in my pot off camera. It's going to be a little thicker this time. I'm going to try to push it through the brush a little thicker to get a little bit more build up here. Because I'm trying to keep it dark right here. And try to keep it bright toward the bottom, to the edges. You see that? You know, because like I said, it is a spectrum, not a transition. It is inspired by Optimus Stein, my boy, commissioner, and he wants it to be psychedelic. So this is our approach to psychedelic. Alright, so I'm feeling a little bit better about that. I'm going to pour out what's left in the pot. You see that? It's a little bit in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start striking on that yellow right now. I'm going to pour a little bit of Airbrush Ready. I think I got Airbrush Ready Moon Yellow in the pot. This is not almost no coverage to this yellow. It sucks. But it's going to be fine for getting the base work done here. Azrael, I'm new to airbrushing. Do you also use it for smaller models? Or mostly large pieces. I've been painting 40K for 14 years, brush only. Really enjoy the long war stuff, man. Keep it up. If you watch the stream, watch any of my tutorials, you'll see we use the airbrush for literally everything. I am Coop. Trying, bro. Trying, man. Gotta keep these lungs icy. Alright, poured a bunch of water in the pot. I got a lot of paint in this pot. Kind of overkill. Dumping a little out. Here we go. You can see we mixed in some yellow here. I'm just backflowing real quick, getting it all mixed up. You'll see we're gonna get a real yellowy green here in a second. Okay, so now we're gonna attack the bottom of this tornado, this vortex. It's gonna be real thin because, like I said, that Vallejo air moon yellow is super thin, super subtle. And we're just seeing, we're still keeping that dark spot in between these little areas. You'll see what I'm going to do here in a second. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry because it is very watery. I'm not going to dump out what I have. Instead, I'm going to reach into my drawer, pull an ancient Chinese technique milk jug lid. Pour this in here. While that's drying, I'm going to rinse out the pot, the airbrush. And what we're going to do is we're going to change gears to a slightly darker green. And that green is going to be Gnarls green as soon as I can track it down. It's another P3 green. There we go. Little Gnarls green. Did somebody get Star Sunders? Did you get Nightbotted? Yeah, you can't post things, brother. Nightbot won't let you. If there's anything you want to see posted, whisper it to Ironheaded, and he'll take a look at it and decide if it's cool or not. Alright, guys. So here's a little Gnarls green. I'm going to try to get it right in the center of this one spot to create our spectrum effect, our spectral effect. See that? We're getting that little ghosting. Real dark. See, so this is going to be back and forth process to get the spectral. Nice and dark right there. Okay. Gnarls green. Going back in the pot. Gonna rinse out the pot real quick. Yeah, Star Senders, I trust you, bro. It's just Nightbot doesn't trust you. Nightbot's in charge of the stream, bro, not me. I don't make the rules, I follow them. Alright, guys, so now I'm going to pour, while I'm still letting some of those colors cure, we're going to go back to Iosin Green, which is our transition. I'm going to pour a drop inside the pot, nothing much. We're stirred up. And we're going to blend it back in just along the edges of that Gnarls green. Getting that ghosting looking good. Okay, we're going to let all this bullshit dry right here, okay? But while it's drying, I'm gonna switch gears on the spectrum. And also, quick shout out, Orgasmic donating $20 to the stream. Appreciate it, brother. I will use it as responsibly this weekend as possible. And I want to thank CMAC83 who just followed the stream. Thanks, bro. All right, next up on deck in the spectrum, we are going to hit it with a little light blue. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go with Arcane Blue because it's one of my favorites, P3, all day. And I don't even care that even though there's a little green in the pot, that shit don't bother me too much. Not for this effect. Not for the first part of the transition. Okay. Moving quick. Okay. So, as I said, we're working toward the top here. And so, it's going to be a little bit, it's going to be a little strip of light blue right here. Okay? Just like this. to get that spectrum. It's a little strip. And then I'm going to start fading it away. I want it to be a nice abrupt line because I'm going to fade it into dark blue, eventually purple. Okay. Just like so. All right. Come back in close to the line and give it a nice second pass. And this will also serve as our blend base coat to the darker blues. All right. And now it's basically just a process of blending it to dark blue to purple. I'm gonna rinse out the pot. We're gonna go with Cyrox's blue highlight right here. It's one of my favorite. Just real quick. Nothing crazy. Pour it in the pot. We're actually just cutting flow improver out now. We're just moving, you know. All right, so we got Cyrox blue in the pot. Here we go, guys. Now I'm going to take it all the way to the top and bring it slowly down to that blue line. Just like that. Like I said, it's a spectrum. It's not a transition. Like nothing indicates light source. Straight like rainbow spectrum. Totally magic. And we're bringing it all the way down to that blue line and try to keep a nice little strip of that blue intact. That bright blue. Or that baby blue. Just like that. Alright. Next up on deck, it's just a matter of making the blue darker and more purple. So we're going to go straight to Prussian blue. It's a Vallejo color. It's a good color. We use it a lot. Like I said, we're like pretty much with the speed at which we're trying to move. We've just cut Vallejo flow improver out of the fucking mix, dog. It's done. It's dead to us. All right, so Prussian blue. This is a real dark blue on deck. Make sure we have enough water in there. It looks good. So sometimes you'll see, guys, it's a little hazy. That means the tip's probably not clean. So we're just cleaning the tip off a little bit, and also we're gonna pour a little bit more water in there because that also helps. We're gonna percolate it with the Gangster Gumbo. We're going to back the needle out and kind of give it a little bit of blow through. Okay, here we go. Keep it nice and dark toward the top right here. A little bit of Prussian blue. Okay, it's a little bit clogged, guys. That's probably because we're moving so fast. So I'm going to stir it up and see if there's any paint chunkies in here, because sometimes that's the case. I'm going to back the needle out just a little bit. That'll help. There we go. Okay, here we go. Nice dark blue. See that? All right. Just blowing a little bit of air real quick to dry off how watered down the paint is. And reestablishing the transition a little bit. But drawing it down a little bit because I'm going to add a little bit of purple to it. Okay. Feel good about that. I'm going to dump out what we got in the pot. I'm just trying to get it all on the model so we can let it dry. And then maybe hit some dry brushing and some washes. So I'm moving as quick as I can right now. Okay, so purple time. But I'd probably have to mix something because we probably don't have a violet that's dark enough. You know, maybe we do. So I got this Minotaur purple just chilling right here, right? I'm going to shake it up. Pour it right in the pot, right? Now here's going to be the trick. We're going to pour this purple in the pot. Just like that. And then we're going to take that Prussian blue we were using and just mix a little Prussian blue in. And you'll see here in a second. And this will give us like this will darken the purple and give us a common link. So give us kind of like a violet, because it's like super violet toward the end of the spectrum. There it is. All right, guys. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna add a little bit of this to the edge. And it's still really wet, so it's like a ghetto wet blend. Looks good in person. I don't know how good it looks on camera right now. And we're gonna go back to the bottom here in a second and get that yellow on point. There it is. That's simple. So now we gotta bring that pure yellow in at the bottom. So I'm gonna clean out this airbrush real quick. Looking for my ancient Chinese toothbrush. I don't see it, so I'm using secondary ancient Chinese trick in my t-shirt. Just running some water through the airbrush real quick. Okay, so I'm going to do something that's kind of cheating. Now, this is an ancient Chinese trick I'm about to show you guys. So, because getting a pure yellow is not that easy when you're going over a green like this. Roxon, a little confused when he's explaining the spectrum plan with this model, but I like it. We're talking about, this is half a spectrum. Like a color spectrum, like the whole spectrum from ultraviolet, you know, everything. So this is one side of the spectrum. Here it's going to meet yellow. Like if we were doing a full spectrum, it would be like yellow, oranges, then reds again on this side. So it's like a color spectrum. Like this is the full ultraviolet colors, you know. So this is how it's presented to you. It's not a transition. It doesn't indicate a light source. It's the color spectrum. And so we chose, because it's very psychedelic and very magic, to go with that. So there's like no real light source here, but we are going to cheat it down here, cutting it off on yellow to try to indicate a light source as we work it back and forth. So the trick is to show you how to get that nice yellow is I'm going to do a little bit of pre-shading actually. So we're going to put a little bit of, I got some Snow White from Minotaur. I use a lot of colors I don't care about when I'm doing stuff like this. So we got Snow White from Minotaur, and we're going to use it as a little pre-shade, ghetto pre-shade. Alright. And there might be some too much blue in there still. This might be a problem. We'll find out in a second. We'll see how bad it is. I mean, we're rushing. So I'm going to add a little white here at the bottom. And normally I wouldn't add white to green because it sucks. But I'm using it, like I said, as a pre-shade for yellow. Brightening it to as high level as possible. Just running some air on it right now because it's a little watered down. I'm going to pour out some of the excess in my pot. Pour back a little bit of real yellow, pure white back in it. There we go. A little bit of pure white at the bottom. And like I said, this looks like garbage because don't ever say I'm going to brighten up green with white because it looks stupid. Okay, so pre-shade engaged. Dump out the pot. Clear it out. Now we're taking that Vallejo Air Moon Yellow. Like I said, this is a very thin color, man. This color practically no coverage. We're going to pour just a little bit blow improver in there, get some of this moon yellow on deck. Mix it together. We're going to leave we're not going to put any water in it cuz I need it to be thick. Up, Gamma Goblin's checking in. Trigger, one of the best gifts of all time, pal. Excuse me, guys. Gamma Goblin's checking in with a $10 donations on deck saying, been a while since I caught a stream. Glad you've been rocking it. Added fun to the Airbrush, Sensei. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I love you, homie. And okay, so here you guys ready? Here it is. Blow some air on this white until it dries up. And then we're going to just start slowly adding yellow. And because I made it white there, this yellow is just going to stick to that white. You see that? Like I said, I'm trying to put this yellow on as thick as possible, so there's no water in here, just a little airbrush flow improver. So it's going to take a little bit of manipulation. But there we go. We're trying to mix it in. To that necrotite green at the bottom. Psychedelic spectrum right here. As soon as I lay this down, guys, I'm going to hit the Q&A up. Let this dry, and I'm going to come back and show you the back and forth process, how we can really make this fucking pop. This right now is just like the base coat. And I showed you how fast we can do a base coat with an airbrush like this. But now I'm going to show you how to take it to the next level. Okay, so we got our yellow blended in. Looking good. Fresh. Full spectrum on deck right here. A half a spectrum. 2/3 of a spectrum. Total, you know, Grateful Dead poster colors, you know? Let me see if I can get it to look cool. There it is. Let me give you guys a little zoom in. Focus it up. Alright, let me clean out the airbrush real quick, guys. And then we'll talk, man. You gotta keep the that airbrush rolling through on something like this. You don't want it to get clogged. I'm gonna put it back in another ancient Chinese technique. You guys recall this from a video, shot glass with some cleaner in it. Put it off on the side. We'll come back to that. Alright, guys. Alright, hold on 1 second. This is late. That shit sucked. Alright, I got so many paints on my desk open. When you move quick like that, it just gets gangster. Alright. Woo! Hey guys. I'm back. We just gangster moded that shit. And I'll show you guys real quick kind of the inspiration. Let me see if I can get this image link. Let's see if this will post up for you guys. Take a look. That's just a spectrum right there. Anyone who's curious. Alright. Scrolling back up. Troop Smash in the house. What's up, Pimp? I love you, dog. You're my favorite person. Alright, going back to the top. Roxanne1, what's up, Pimp? You're my favorite person. Alright, a lot of things have happened since I left you guys. Guys are talking about primer. Looks like you guys answered all your own questions. Star Thunder says the Selvineth. Oh, you talk about that new shit from Age of Sigmar? I'm about to paint a buttload of that shit. Alright, moving along. Looks like you guys had a nice conversation. Killing time. Thank you for letting me know it looked good on camera. Malathon to Taldry. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to see the purple and the blue on this camera. It's very subtle. Let me see what's going on. Where are we at? Iron-headed. Oh, never mind. Showing off the ad sign. You guys know how to use Twitch better than I do, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. Troops, good old Troop Smash says don't feed his ego. You better not be talking about me. Feed my ego. Yep. Star Sanders. Yeah, like one of those ceramic mushrooms you see at flea markets. Exactly the inspiration, you know? Agent Arrow checking in. What's up, brother? I'm so glad. Welcome to the stream, homie. Shout out to Orgasmic. Clutch donation coming through. And Gamma Goblins. I use all your donations for 100% what I say I'm going to use them for. Today, apparently, I'm using them for adult beverages. And this weekend, probably. And also quick shout out to that was Malathion Tadri. Thanks for the follow, brother. What happened here? Ironheaded says, guys, I'm mod only for posting links. That's true. That's literally the only reason I made him a mod. But unfortunately, he has all this power now. I can't do anything about it. Roxon1, good luck at Hammer Wrath next weekend. Bummed to miss it. Oh, I got a wedding. That sucks, bro. Yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there playing Rocket Some Chaos. Was a part of like a 58 reply to comment string on that thread on Facebook the other day. It was hilarious. Meeting a lot of people. My first tournament in California, so I'm looking forward to that. We're repping Crimson Slaughter, Black Legion, and Chaos Demons.
And his name is John C.
Troop Smash is John Cena. He says, you're my favorite person. No, you're mine. Love you, brother. But it's gonna be ill, dog. I skipped over the Brad's question. Where the fuck is the Brad's question? So many questions. Here we go. The Brad. Thank you, brother. Have a question for you. I'm looking to paint gold on a large model of Tomb King Sphinx. I'm looking to get a nice bright gold. Would you suggest white or black primer? Actually, I got a primer on deck that might be perfect for you. It's too far. Basically, let me show you guys something real quick. And this is just a quick example. So I'm going to use this as a way to answer this question for the Brad. So, okay, you guys remember Castle Grayskull from last week? You guys remember this? We painted. We did some airbrushing here. Trying to get that. It's so big. Hold on a second. You know what? This is just happening. Raising the camera up more. Okay. So we painted Castle Grayskull like you guys suggested. We did green bricks. Some simple dry brushing technique. We used some of the new GW gloss washes, and we added the throne and the gargoyles up here. And this is all just, quick, technique-oriented terrain assembly and building. We use pretty much the same exact level of skill and technique for this stuff as we did for all those dwarves we just painted. So to answer your question, Brad, this gold up here, like all that gold, that's literally Home Depot shiny gold metallic finish, like the good one. Like, buy the one that's a little expensive metallic finish. This is literally spray paint, dog. I spray paint with a wash. Nothing else done. Now, obviously, you could be spray paint, wash, dry brush, anything. But if I'm doing big, large pieces of gold, You best believe I'm gonna be using some Home Depot spray paint, dog, all day. Castle Grayskull, dog, in the house. I'll let you guys look at Mr. Castle Grayskull for a second. Castle Grayskull. Vortex engaged. Part of the same terrain set. Age of Sigmar style. Yeah, I still remember name. It came out good. Like I said, somebody suggested it last stream, so I was like, fuck it. Well, we gotta paint it green now. Iron-headed, I used mainly black on the gold. I usually use black wash on gold. Castle Grayskull and the hizzy, no doubt. I'll show you guys another thing too while we're letting this vortex dry up totally. So Castle Grayskull just chilling. I'm gonna put it back over on the Realm of Battles table. And here's some shit I'm working on tonight after the stream. And I don't know what this is called. I don't have the box art for this anymore. I don't think I do, at least. Hold on. Do I? Man, I think I do. Hold on. Yep, I do. It's called the Dragon Fate Dias. So here's the bottom right here. And I'm just doing some basic transitions right here. I'll come back in and wash it, but this is like some bubbling pit of ooze. We'll do some sick OSL here, then water effects from Secret Weapon Miniatures. And then it has a top piece, like right here. You see, they walk up here and then here. And all these gargoyles up here, and they all have like flames on them. We'll do some OSL on the whole thing. And like this is what's easy. Is like once you know the techniques, this is basically like black spray paint, shadow gray spray paint, dry brush technique. Then we'll wash it, then we'll OSL everything and cut in all the little subtle details by hand to give ourselves a nice look. Yeah, that's on deck right now. Looking fresh. And I got a few more pieces scattered around the beat slab. I'll get to you later. I'll show you guys another deal. Oh, sneak peek. Real quick, to Brad. Okay, one coat, more than one coat. You asking about the spray paint technique? Or the wash technique? I use like a thick amount, a healthy amount of black wash on that shit. But since I'm using the gloss wash, it really just gets in there and doesn't really fuck up the gold. I'll get back. Hold on. I'm confused. Hold on. Let me show you guys sneak peek to this week's studio tutorial for you guys on the stream. It's going to be eBay Hacks Cyclopia Cabal Edition. Let me get this guy focused up. So it's Cyclopia Cabal is the first good formation for Chaos Space Marines. And I always use 2 sorcerers in my Chaos armies. Now I get to use basically like 3 sorcerers in 1 detachment, opening up for a new powerful HQ choice, which I love. So I've always used like the old fantasy like Nurgle horse guy with the scythe and the old wizard, and put them on horses to represent like sorcerers on demonic steeds, aka bikes. So I've been cornering the market on OG out of print Chaos Lords axes, and here's one right here. Got this for $10 on eBay. Picked it obviously because of the colors are super close to base colors, and I'm going to show you another eBay hack video where we're going to make this horrible looking model. This is awful, but clearly Black Legion paint job. We're going to take this and we're going to make him look good with just a few simple techniques. Like we just did that Bloodthirster. Now we're going to do this guy. So since I've been playing Chaos, this helps me create content, but also fill up my Chaos army with a few models that I don't have time to paint. So this is going to be fun to take this horrible piece to the tabletop. And also, in secret, while you guys saw that Bloodthirster tutorial, I had purchased another Bloodthirster and did another one. But I didn't make a tutorial out of it. This is not even the... See, look, this Bloodthirster is reversed. Axe and whip are in the wrong hands. Bought it off of eBay because that made me happy. Guy gave me a sick deal. It was painted a little better than the last Bloodthirster in the last tutorial. I came in with a couple of touch-up techniques, dry brush techniques, and then we gloss coated them. Then we washed them with the GW gloss washes, and then we did a little bit more detail. And I'm talking whole process took an hour and 15 minutes. You know, like, and we had a Bloodthirster that we're proud of now. Like, I barely painted this model. I mainly just did the execution of techniques after somebody else painted it, and that's a good-looking Bloodthirster, ready to go. Now we have 2 out-of-print Bloodthirsters in my model box that when I go to tournaments with my Chaos and I roll for possession on my little heralds, gotcha, bitch, 2 D-Thirsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, people ain't ready for that. Anyway, back to the Vortex. And I'll do a 1 minute of Q&A. Answer a few questions. Oh, Brad, when you talk about the black, you're talking about the black wash, I assume? Justin Troop Smash says, just watched some super early access Age of Sigmar in the Long War with the new orcs and shit. I think I may forsake Khorne and do those beasts. No doubt, bro. Those orcs look good. Drazzer, thank you. Castle Grayskull is looking dope. Yeah, Dumma, it's GW Gloss Wash, non oil. Agent Arrow, I mostly play against Chaos Space Marines, and the guy I game with loves the Cyclopia Cabal. It's literally game changer. Like, I've been playing Chaos Space Marines for a long fucking time, and you can't. And since 6th and 7th edition, when the Psychic powers changed, they got good again because their sorcerers are great. I always run 2 sorcerers, always run some spawn, always run some Elephants, always ally with demons. And I'm like, you know, maybe I'll take Bellacore to get some power in there. But now that I got the Cyclopean Cabal, I can do things I've never been able to do before. Love it. If you play Chaos Space Marines and you try to win games, you gotta get that Cyclopia Cabal. Karn checking in. What's up, brother? Drazzer saying, trying to put together a list using Cabal, Aramon, and Herald as each. That's easy, bro. Literally, Cyclopia Cabal, 3 sorcerers. Then go to a CAD, take Aramon. Some shit, and then simple ally of Herald of Tzeentch and 11 pink cores in a bunker with an escape hatch. Give that Herald the Paradox Cube. You'll be able to do stuff. Ty went into that horrible model I had you doing a spit take, huh? Yo, I mean, you saw the eBay hack video, dog. We did it, huh? We made that one Bloodthirster look good. Dumma says, regarding painting then gluing, how do you prevent defrosting from super glue? You know, I really don't have that problem. What are you talking about? Like gluing models on bases? It's just not something that really happens. I mean, I pin models and use a little bit of glue for the most part. Potato Dezingo, what's up, brother? Yeah, the Terminator Sorcerer is baller, Agent Arrow. But you got, like, if you're trying to be real about it, it's gonna have to be 3 sorcerers on bike. Like, you need them to be able to move quick and be in the places they want. They have to have a unit they need to attach to. Oh, you know, Dumb, I never do that. I don't like, the only things I leave off of Space Marines are things that are different colors. Shoulder pads, helmets, things like that. I don't know. I don't have that problem with glue frosting. I don't know how to answer that. Well, I mean, don't use GW super glue. Fuck that. Like, literally, this super glue never steers me wrong right here. Like, I've been using this forever. Just some Loctite, fresh and old. Don't get it in the craft section. Go to the hardware section. This shit is dope. 52 viewers. That's baller. Appreciate that. Loctite is baller. Before we get back to it, real quick shout out. Adult Beverage Fund is looking fresh, $40. Orgasmic coming up fresh. Gamma Goblin, Troop Smash. And in the meantime, since we don't have a real donation goal in mind, guys, I just switched down the Yo Dog cam down here. That is going to represent our most recent donator. And above me under Legends is all our donators. Our top donators, I think is what the script does. I'm not sure. But thank you, guys, because I can't do it without you. Moving along, moving along. All right. Okay, so we got that yellow looking fresh, on point. We got everything we want. So now it's about popping these colors out. And first step in that equation is put my mask back on.
And his name is John C.
Jazzer donates $5, says, get some more eBay minis. As you guys can see, I've been spending a lot of money on eBay hack videos. Alright, guys. Compressor engaged. Alright, Pippins. Just cleaning the airbrush out a little bit, getting some of that bullshit out of the pot. Okay. So now it's about tightening up this shit. Let me lower the camera. It doesn't need to be quite so high. Get a better detailed picture. Let's get the light maximum bright again. Make sure we're focused. There we go. Alright. Looking good. Okay, so now I want to pop these colors. So I am gonna go back to the yellow first. Little bit of flow improver in the pot. You guys have seen me do this before. A little bit of moon yellow. Want to keep it kind of thick because we want to really pop it out. Okay. So, the second pass with this yellow, we're finding every little ridge, every little angle, and really just getting it nice and yellow. And now, like I said, it's about popping. So, I want to actually add a little bit. Now, this is just for fun, right here. Just a little bit of yellow. I want a little bit of pop right there. You see what I'm saying? Just to give it that ghostly spectrum. It's not 100% true to the spectrum colors, but it is interesting. Just a little bit of yellow. Let it dry up a little bit. I'm going to blow some pure air on it to help it dry. There it is. A little bit on it, maybe to the skull right here. Total psychedelic spectrum. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to now pour most of this back in the pot. We're going to take some white and we're going to pour it back in the pot. We are going to actually add a little white to this yellow. Got to stir it up. Oh no, we're good. This would help us get a little bit of a light source down at the very base, adding that white and yellow in just a little bit. Okay. And now I'm actually going to dump this out because I want it to be more pure.
How you like me now? Don't fuck the style, ruthless wow. Do you wanna get the teeth knocked the fuck out? Wanna get on it like that? Well then shout.
Oh, I love that one. Killing Time Peyton coming in hot with a sick donation. See if you can find some 40 Creek Barrel Select Whiskey, best Canadian whiskey in the market. I will buy that on you, my brother. Appreciate it. Love you, homie. Getting that Cat Thug Live video. That was for Rob Bear. Okay, so we need some nice white. And the problem with this snow white that I'm using, it's not pure enough. So I'm going back, grabbing some dead white. And I'm almost out of dead white. That's what's been the problem here. Waiting for my big paint order to come in the mail. I'm going to see if I can dig deep, pull some white out of the bottom of this. And I did. When I get some in the pot, like this. And now we're going to use some flow improver to bring that minuscule amount of white into play. Stir it back in. There it is. Let's get it. Let's get the gangster gumbo. There it is. Okay. So now, real subtle, let's pop this white out just a little bit. I want it to have that little bit of like, just that glowiness at the bottom, you know? And this is going to be back and forth. So I'm making it nice and white down there. Just like that. And while I've still got all this white in the pot, I'm going to take some arcane blue, which I don't know where it is. I think I found it. We're going to pour a little arcane blue in on top. Just a little bit. Like I said, this is the popping it out phase. We're going to stir it up in here. Like I said, we're going quick. A little bit of water in the pot. Gangsta gumbo. Like I said, we don't add white for greens, but we will for blue. Okay. So right here, I'm going to pop this baby blue out. Just throwing some pure air on it right now. There it is. Just giving a nice little pop. See that? This gives us that nice little glow effect. Just doubling it up. Getting that tie-dye effect. Sorry, off camera. Okay. Now I'm gonna dump out my pot. We're gonna get squanchy here in 1 second. I'll come back to the Q&A in 1 minute. Quick shout out. Killing Time Peyton coming in fresh, donating some whiskey to the cause. Drazar coming in, he's a beast. Justin Shoot, my favorite person. Gamma Goblin, an orgasmic. Thank you for the donations, my brother. I love you guys. Also, thanks for the follow. CMAC83, and I want to say May Letheon Aldry. I don't know. Underscores, dogs. Okay. But thank you guys for the follows. So we're going to reach into our dead white, see if we can pull a little bit more pure white out. We did. Pour some in the base. A little bit of flow improver, guys. Well, yeah, we are going to get swifty. I'm going to take a shit on the floor in here. All right. So I want a little bit more white because I do want that. I want this blue to be a little bit more ghostly right here. See that? Just a little bit more glowy. So I want that transition to be just nice, you know? There it is. And I'm thinking about trying it in this skull up top, just to give some glow in that skull up here. There it is. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Like that. Just give them some fun. Okay. We're done with this. Back to pure yellow. Get all the white out of your pot. I got my ghetto sink here at my base. If you guys don't know, if you haven't seen my airbrush maintenance video, I show off a lot of my secret tech in that video. Is it the simple hacks video? Ironheaded. Does my hack video show the little sink at the end of it? God, easy airbrush hacks and airbrush maintenance, 2 good videos. If you're new to the stream, because I'm not showing you guys a lot of my mixing techniques right now. So I'm trying to focus on the spectrum, but oftentimes I would show you. But I got good videos on that stuff. Okay, we're getting back to it. Back to the yellow, the moon yellow. Pour some in the pot. Little flow improver on top. We're gonna do the gumbo, mixing it in there. And I'm going to add just a drop of water. Okay, we're looking good. So now we're going to go back down to the white here. And we're going to blend some yellow back into it. Because you get a more bright yellow if the yellow goes over the white. And we're just going to leave some of that white down there. But I want that real bright yellow to be in between the two. There it is. Let's get some of that yellow up here. On that skull. Just like that. And that's pretty good ghostly spectrum right there. I want to say Gorilla owned. A Gorilla OND has followed. Thank you for the follow, my brother.
Who's that Pokemon? And his name is John C.
Oh my God. T-Day 9979 hot donation saying keep the man's vodka in today's. Thank you, brother. I love you. All right. We're here just about. I'm just coming back in and just double downing on some of this yellow blends on the skull. Just helping get that glow effect in there. Keeping that spectrum alive. Total psychedelic, like I said, Grateful Dead poster colors. Is what we got here. And it looks pretty good. That's a fun Zinchian themed look right here, you know? I'm down with this. About it. I love it. Now obviously I gotta come back in by hand, cut all this back in. Even though like that's kind of a fun OSL, there's no way that you could just plan that it's gonna come out good when you're not paying attention to it. I'm gonna wipe all that out because I haven't dry brushed any of this yet. So that's not gonna look good dry brushing over that, you know, so probably gonna wipe it all out and start over again on the base work and on the top here. Underneath will probably be okay. That might ride. But let's just sit here for a second. I'm gonna get back in the Q&A. We're gonna work on this a little bit more. Which side looks the best? That skull looks fresh. I like that one. There we go. Damn it. This thing loves to spin around. There it is. Alright, I'm going to clean this airbrush out because it's important to keep the tip clean. Ancient Chinese shot glass technique coming in hot real quick. In the shot glass. Close up the white. Close the arcane blue on the desk. Swing the camera over because there's a billion moving parts. Alright. I'm going to keep the mask on as long as you guys can hear me for a few minutes. Max Dubois watching. He's on Facebook right now. He says, hey, first time to get to watch your stream. Great job. Really nice work. Max Dubois, you watching right now?
His name is John C.
Good old hair Joe coming in hot. Good for the good God. I mean, what did I miss? Always trying to corrupt me. Hair Joe, you missed a lot, brother. You're gonna be butthurt when you watch this on Patreon later. You're gonna be butthurt. All right, back to the Q&A, homies. Let's see what we got here. Afro Jimbo, what's up, player? Got an Amazon affiliate link somewhere? Would love to support you that way. No, I don't. Dog, don't worry about it, bro. Like, there's so little money involved in an Amazon affiliate link. And additionally, like, you should have your own, like, subscription anyway from Amazon. So, like, I probably will never have an Amazon subscription link. Or, I mean, affiliate link. But thank you for thinking of me, brother. If you're looking to throw smaller amounts of money my way more frequently, you might check out my Patreon page if you're not already on it. But that's enough high pressure, low pressure salesmanship. We got where are we at, man? Remember guys, use the next level painting. There's just too many in here for me to see otherwise right now. T-Day, nothing but love. Thanks, brother. Iron-headed. Ancient Chinese roller tape to keep the things rolling away. Right? I has muffins. Haven't had time to paint for a while, man. I hope you get back into it, man. Ty winning. No, take the mask and die for oxygen is overrated. Fine. You want me to die? I can take it. Karn, what's up, player? You guys are having a lot of conversations in here. Hair Joe. LOL, god damn it. Typical. Truth. Troop Smash, yeah. One of my the dump bowl. I call it the ghetto sink, the hobo sink. I use that, a grower's fan, and an air conditioning filter too, an exhaust fan to pull the fumes out, but it's just literally impossible. It's so loud, there's no way we can do a stream with it on. Warchild, what are your commission prices? Oh, somebody already answered you. Agent Arrow came in fresh. Yeah, $25 an hour. And now I got Alan on deck doing $12 an hour for my building. He's good. He does good work. Looks like you guys went into a frenzy over paintbrushes. Or, super glues. Are you asking, Karn, are you asking me questions over and over again? Remember, use at next level painting, bro. I just literally assume you guys are talking to each other if there's no highlighted at next level painting, so I don't see them. Troop Smash coming in. Just wait till you have 300 viewers chatting away, and you're gonna have to migrate and keep a track. I mean, if we have 300 viewers live, and donations flow at the rate they flow now, but at that new metric, I will literally hire somebody. Like, I will pay them the donation money to fucking sit there, and while I paint, this new person I will hire 2 days a week will literally, his job will be to change the cameras around, because I'll just multicam, you know, overhead, right, left, front, literally everything, and I'll literally pay this guy to switch scenes for me to get the dope shit going, and to field questions to me so I never have to look up. Literally, I can never stop painting, and I can just interact. Like, if that's how big the channel gets, like, that's what we're doing. Troop Smash, you heard it here first. I'm hired. LOL. You're gonna have to move to Hollywood, brother. You gotta be in the same room with Twitch. Micho, yo, for real. It's a lot of moving parts, and the only reason we do this good for a new stream, like we're only like 3 months old, tops, you know, like 2 months, 2.5 months. The only reason we're this far along with our stream is, like, I'm a baller graphic designer, so I know how to do layouts pretty well. We've been doing a live webcast for over 3 years. We have a live podcast that I've been part of. I've been part of a podcast for 4 years almost. We do it live now with the Long War. And also, I do video production 13 hours a week. And also, I know how to use these cameras, these lights. Like, I know all these things. If I didn't already have done all these things, this shit would be shambles and a fucking train wreck. You know what I mean? Like, this should be garbage. Luckily, it's only like half a hot Chinatown garbage, you know, like, instead of a full. Micho, you in the same boat as me? Do you have a channel, Micho? Micho? Let me look. I just clicked on your name. Oh, you do have a channel. You have a lot of followers. Ooh. Check out Micho. Just a casual streamer who loves to paint miniatures. Eventually, we'll stream some sculpting, casting, and gaming. Brush Lickers United. That's pretty baller. Got shirts. Check this guy out. Or individual out. It's a guy. followed. Friend added. Oh, that's right. We were talking, Micho. Oh my god. You gotta like email me this information because literally, if it happens in stream, I'm like right after the stream, I'm like commission painting until like I can't until 3 in the morning usually. So I'm not gonna remember unless you email me. Absent checking in. He, Micho, compulsive brush liquor here. Yeah, boy. Agent Arrow. By the way, I showed my Chaos buddy the Typhus Corrosion and Resurrect combo from your Trials video. Yep. He used it on his vehicles to give him some sweet rest look. It's a good combination. It is. You sent me an invite? God, I don't know how shit works. I don't know how Twitch works. I'm so embarrassed. Dumma, you have a channel too? Go to my settings. What the fuck is the settings? Alright. Settings. Nope, that's the wrong button. Notifications. Security. Channel. Profile. The fuck am I looking at in here? Group invite. You say it's at the bottom? Oh yeah, it's totally here. Team invitations. Accept. Alright, fine. You know what you're talking about. On the coupe, man, the Buddha with Spectral helmet is awesome. Oh, that's right. You guys are talking all this shit. I'm the coupe. Do what you do. Welcome to BLU. Brush Lickers United. Baller mode. Alright. Got some vape in my life now. Alright. I'm going to put this aside for just a minute. And I'm going to come back to Castle Grayskull for anyone who's just tuning in. We painted this last week with some dry brush technique and some airbrushing. Check out the video. It's on YouTube and Patreon now. So this was all just airbrush, wash, dry brush, spray paint. Part of the same Dwarven Age of Sigmar bullshit we've been working on. You guys are the ones who said I should paint this all the steps green, so we did it. Castle Grayskull in full effect. Want to show that off? We painted. We mailed out all the Yujing just today, so we got no more Yujing to show off to anybody. But if you're curious on how we painted some Yujing, definitely check out all of the YouTube videos. Got tons of them. And of course, sneak peek right here, guys. You best believe you're gonna get a tutorial on this. Oh, what is all that? Is that a giant beetle? What is that? What is that? Oh my goodness. What is that? Is that a... What? What? Oh. Looks like some real fine detail on here. Gotta pay more attention. Big old tusks. So we got the beetle on deck to get painted in Q. And what else did you guys just tuning in, checking out? Oh, here's something I painted the other day. I pulled this out of my case from this model belongs to my boy. God, he's a pirate, like a real life pirate, Chris Ludwig. And this is from a commission we did, and he sent me a couple extra models, and I painted them. I forgot to send them back to him. So this is I'll mail this out to him at some point, but it was for a commission earlier in the year. This is basically a Countess has Typhus from a Blight King set with our iconic signature greens. There's a couple of hyper highlights. This guy's fun. You ever need a Typhus in a pinch? Here he is. Love this guy. He was just laying out right here. 1 second. Oh, I almost sneezed. Now I got a few models just chilling over here. I haven't showed you guys in a while. And while I'm letting that dry, here's a Bellicor from back in the day. This used to be my go-to Bellicor. Another fun model. Gave him a super corroded sword from Kromlech, I think, because his broke off because it's fine cast. I just painted some cool colors into him. Real quick, real simple paint job. Mainly wash, airbrush, and just a couple of paint strokes to highlight it up. You know, real simple paint job. This doesn't take but a couple hours to paint something like this. He was my go-to guy for a while. Alright, let me get that Vortex back. And I might do a base here in a second, because there's not much for me to do that's interesting on this Vortex anymore. I'm actually probably going to use some Waywatcher green on it. This glaze from GW, I love this glaze, so I was thinking about glazing it down. And then maybe some Gillian blue back into it, but I just haven't decided yet, so I don't want to rush anything. Agent Arrow, the guy who sent me the Relay Rhinos. No, that was Jose. It was another great guy. This is before him. This was the commission with the Triple Hellbrute Mayhem formation. A Maul Fiend, another Maul Fiend. We've done a bunch of Green Chaos for this guy. All the Green Chaos stuff I just recently did. Troop Smash, you leaving? Love you, brother. Always stay icy. Ironheaded, post Michow's stream link. And Dummas too, if you can. T-Day, thanks man, shit looking fresh. Ty winning. Just gotta wash your Dark Angel Devastators. Baller. Michow, you out? Peace out, homie. He said I'll catch the stream again. Head out and get ready for mine. Have a good one until next time. You getting ready to stream after this, bro? Alright, man. Everyone check his stream out after this. Maybe I'll try to figure out how to host people's shit. All day. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. We're done with this Vortex for now. I'm going to finish it tonight after the stream. I just don't know what I'm going to do next. So, real quick, we're going to take this Bloodthirster that we bought on eBay, that we ungetified with our eBay hacks techniques, and we're going to paint his base real quick. We did so much work so fast on that Vortex. Like I said, this is a separate Bloodthirster, not even the same Bloodthirster. Totally different Bloodthirster. We did the same exact hobby hacks on him. Let me see if I can find the other one real quick for you. That way I can show you how easy this is and how simple it works on almost anything. Oh, seeing if I got this Bloodthirster close at hand. Are you in here, Bloodthirster? We're almost to him. Oh, I see his ass. Okay. So the cool thing here is one of these Bloodthirsters was painted with a pure red. And the other one was painted with a dark red. And so that gives us two very distinct Bloodthirsters for the table. As you can see. And they're both pretty good. Like Mr. Pure Red. See if I get this guy focused out. Pure Red, like I said. eBay. Super blocked in cartoony reds. If you watched the video, we showed you how we took a, horrible, like absolutely just abysmal paint job. And we painted it up like this. And this guy was pretty similar, but painted very dark. Very similar skill went into this guy. So when you look at them, they are. Let me get them on deck. God damn it! Probably got to zoom in. Let's get it. Let's get it. Realistically, there's not a lot of difference to these, except that if you like bright red or if you like dark red. That's what it comes down to. But they're both just straight eBay hacks. Check out the eBay hack video in Patreon. Buy yourself a, $35 metal out of print Bloodthirster on eBay that looks like shit and spend 45 minutes with some of the techniques that I show in that video and get yourself two really decent looking Bloodthirsters that you can put in your hobby case so you can summon them. And what I like about these guys, like I said, is this guy, traditional Bloodthirster weapon loadout. This guy, weapons have been reversed and pinned in. I personally like this darker guy a little bit more. I think the dark red came out real fresh. Probably because it was probably a little bit better to start with. But the pure red was really fun too. And what I like about it is if I ever have to possess two Bloodthirsters in the battlefield, they're easy to tell apart for wound counters and stuff. So we're going to paint this guy's base real quick. Oh, Bloodthirster down. He's good, he's good. He survived. Oh yes, the BAC shield. All day, I am the coop. Alright. Base time. Move the old hobo wash station. So, as usual, my go-to for most bases that I've been working on lately is it's black to start with. Let me get the zoom right. Okay. And we're going to slide right into a Menoth white base. It's a bone color. I find this to be a real fun dry brush color. And I've got a rag around here I've been using for most of my dry brushing. I find when you're doing a bunch of dry brushing in the Beats Lab, it's smart to have just like basically a spare shirt laying around that you use. Because you go through so many rags, and since I'm doing so much terrain, I ain't trying to go through so much paper towels and shit, so spare t-shirt. We're gonna get some Men Off White ready to go. And you guys can see here, I just used this t-shirt as my dry brush palette down here on my knee. Get it nice and dry. We're just dry brushing this black base, and this is a resin base, Secret Weapon Miniatures, just a standard Wasteland base with a little bit of quark inserted under the Bloodthirster's feet in some of the weird angles that he glued in on. We pinned him to the base and then wedged some cork under there to help give him some, to help pad it, because it just wasn't looking right. And so we're actually going to paint this rock separately here in a second. Just dry brushing all this shit real quick. Just a resin base. Just like that. Sick tech, iron-headed. I like that. That's why he's called the D-Thirster. One kick to the BAC. The betrayal is felt. Oh, BAC? Ball-ass connection. Oh, that's right. I never told Still One More Name what that stood for. Okay. So we're going to grab just some rando paintbrush right here. Look, scanning my desk for German gray. I know we're low on it, but we're going to make what we have work. Got some German gray right here. And we're going to come in, pour a little water off of one of our random water bottle lids off to the side. And we're going to reach in for some German gray, making a little wet palette off to the right. Some random bullshit. And I want there to be a tinge of blue in this. So, boom. First blue I found. Literally, pow. Don't give a shit. We're going to get a little bit of that blue mixed in with some German gray. And we're going to paint some of these rocks that the Bloodthirster is standing on. This goes a long way, man, on a base to do this. Here's one that's built into the resin of the base right here. This literally sells bases. This is how bases look good. Oh, let me get that. Right here, this is a piece of cork right here that we glued on. Just that simple, guys. Like, if you ever go to an event that uses, like, painting rubrics and stuff, they're going to ask you for bases that have multiple, like, things on them. Sometimes you're not, like, these rocks will count because they're painted differently, and the judge will see them and be like, oh, yeah, he's got rocks on there, too. They'll be like, oh, shit, this base is so sick. Could be the difference between somebody not thinking you have a good base, who's judging your shit. Okay, so now we're going to grab a little bit bigger paintbrush for that big rock back here. Going to reach in deep for some German gray and just start putting it on. Just like that. We're going to reach in, grab some more blue, and just kind of blend it in. That's simple. Grab more German gray. Okay. It's enough on there for me. And now it's a matter of just getting it in there and smoothing it out. Like, that is some gangster shit right there. That's not even... And we're going to wash this rock, so, like... You're gonna see. That simple. Bases can be so easy, and they're the difference maker, man. A good base. And now let's add some of this blue highlights, some of these rocks real quick. Just like that. Let that dry up for a minute. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab some, we're going to rinse this brush off just a little bit. Grab some more German gray out of here. Some just unfucked with German gray and just kind of drop it into the dirt a little bit around there. And then we're going to grab some black. I'm going to pour it off camera. You can't see it. And we're just going to blend some black in to border it out. You see, we just sharpened that right there. Just like that. Now he's got a nice, cool little rock chilling on his base. And we'll let that dry. And then we'll dry brush it up. Put a little wash on it maybe. I don't know. Oh shit, look at this. Bloodthirster, he's got a base. eBay hacks. I'm telling you, bro. I don't paint any of my own models anymore. Oh, and anybody who wasn't here earlier, here's the spoiler for next week's for this week's studio tutorial. I'm gonna show you how to paint this. Look how amazing. There's another reclaimed eBay model for my Cyclopia Cabal. Black Legion Sorcerer with a power axe on bike. I use horses and demonic steeds to represent all my bikes in my army. Bought this on eBay because it's Black Legion. It's painted well enough that we can implement some of those techniques I was showing you guys. We're going to make this guy look dope. Let that sit there for a second. Beat slab mode. Q&A engaged. Chat Thulu, what's up, brother? He says, had a crazy idea this afternoon. Use found and dried BB wasp hive for Tyrant's bases. Bee wasp hives? Oh, God. I see what you're saying. Damn. That's grotesque, son. But yeah, I approve. Fine them up. Paint them, dry brush them up and shit. Damn, dog. Dumma, we're not going to finish the Vortex? No, man, there ain't no way I can finish that on stream. I got so much bullshit to do on it and more thinking. It's just really not feasible for me to finish that on the stream. I just trying to show you guys some airbrush tricks. The rest of it is literally going to be boring ass paintbrushing and dry brushing. So oh, you haven't seen that? You haven't seen where we are, Dumba? You didn't see this? They got the yellow down at the bottom, looking bright, shiny, spectrum effect. That's where we are. Alright, not on the street, bro, like I was saying. I just can't do it. Got distracted with the cats. Has muffins. I use separate parts of Warlord Titans for all my bases. JK, I'm not rich. I was like, wait, what? So this Vortex did come out good. The Spectrum came out fresh. And like I said, let me post that link again. Take a look at this. Anyone who doesn't sure what the Spectrum was, here's the link. This is what a traditional Spectrum looks like. And as you can see, if you follow this, we went from left to right and we just stopped at yellow. And that was the theme of the Vortex. Yeah, basically Ironhead. It's just gonna be maybe some glazes, but mainly I have to focus on the details on this base. Like I got some skulls in there I want to paint up. I want to paint some of them, you know, some of that shit up. So it's gonna be some boring shit that I'm just, you know, I mean, like, and I might, you know, I don't know. I might play with this OSL down here. I'm not sure. It's a commission, so you know, it's part of a big commission. So I don't like to rush things. Like I can rush airbrushing because to me that's like what I do. But when it comes to like figuring out the rest of it, like I'm not gonna sit there and figure it out on the stream. I'll do that with the Bloodthirsters that you guys paid for. I'm the Coop. Yeah, man, that's kind of what it's about. Staying productive in the Beats Lab. You know, if you have multiple things out, just move. I'm actually working on like 3 or 4 pieces of terrain right now. I'm just showing you guys. I saved this Vortex for you guys. You guys talk about that Warlord Titan? I think it's so ridiculous. But I'm gonna go back to that Bloodthirster here in just a second. You know, I might try. You know, I might try something. I'm gonna try one thing on this Vortex because I know I might. It's not gonna affect me either way. So I was looking at the base and deciding how real I wanted to get of this Vortex, and we'll find out because I can't really fuck this up. If I don't like what happens next, it doesn't really matter. Because I planned on, so I'm gonna dry brush. I'm gonna try to drop some dry brushing over this, and it doesn't matter if I don't like it because I was gonna repaint this anyway. I just wanted to see what it looked like because I did hit this with the Shadow Gray tech. So right now I'm just really drying my brush off. You really want to make sure that brush is super dry, and that's what I'm using this rag for right now. Okay. So we're going to get some of that Menoff white out. And we're just going to see what it looks like. I don't know what it's going to look like. All right. Just doing some quick dry brushing. Just a little bit Menoff base, like I said. Real simple. Not overthinking it. And we're just gonna like start back. Sorry, I cut that off. I'm gonna start backing off on the dry brush as I get closer to the OSL. And we're gonna see if it'll ride. So far, it might ride. I didn't think it would. Yeah, this might work. Getting some more ready to go, loaded up. Just letting it build up. And I will pull out the highlight to this here in a second. And this has been the theme colors of most of the stuff for this terrain set. Is the shadowy gray and some men off white dry brush. Alright, I'm gonna pull out the highlight and a little bit of this cheaper acrylic paint. It's a little bit brighter. And this will help really just pop it out a little bit. Because I dry brush it in rapid, but like, you know, back off as you approach the glowy, juicy, glowy core. Okay, I'm gonna brighten it up just a little bit here in a second. With looking for my highlight color. Oh, German gray. I left you open. German gray, no. German gray's my shit. Damn, where the hell's my highlight? Found it behind the tablet. Getting a little bit of this highlight color out. We're really gonna try to pop it. Alright, let's see if we can pop this shit. It's looking good. That might ride. I might be okay with that. Come back in and detail some of this bullshit down here. Now we got a fun little glow down there. That might work. Let's take a look at the top. Let's see what we can do up top. Let's raise this bitch up. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, I can go back in there and just throw some details in there and make that ride. I'm happy with that. Soren Kelper in the house. What's up, brother? You just missed our free Titan giveaway, brother. Alright, let's get some dry brushing on this. Starting with the darkest highlight that I'm used to. I want this to have a little bit different quality. We're going real aggressive here. Super easy, guys. And we can come back and hit some of these details by hand. Some control wash technique. Turn this light down just a little bit. We're gonna switch it up with a highlight color real quick. I'm just gonna subtly hit that highlight in there. Into these tips. And we'll come back in, like I said, with some wash tech. Pull this out. Not too shabby. Down here at the base, I'm going to bring some more highlight into the base. There it is. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Just want it to be a little brighter. Gotta get gangster. Some aggressive dry brushing, guys. Sorry, I gotta hold it down real tight so I don't fucking snap the vortex. You know how mad I would be? There it is. Yeah, that'll work. Come back in and just bang out some details. And we got a fun little OSL down there now. Yeah. No. Sick. That was efficient. And now we can focus on pulling out just some of those nuts and bolts, some of those little pieces of trim down there, some of those little artifacts on the skull's helmets or faces or whatever. You know, and I guess I should dry brush the bottom of the cow star too. I'm gonna set it down though. I'm fine with it for now. Let's get looking for something to hold this up. Not bad, not bad. Quick dry brush. Come back to this bloodthirster in a minute. He's almost dry. Set him aside. Got so much paint on my glove. Pulling this shit off. Do a quick shout out. Want to shout out some of my sponsors real quick. Kromlech. They're coming in fresh. The Kromlech Assault Speeder. They offer a 3-pack on their website. You might want to check that out. We've been painting out Kromlech Assault Speeder for weeks, and it's an amazing model. I'll show it off real quick. This little guy right here, whom we love. We've been painting on him, loving this guy. I've got 5 of them, courtesy of Kromlech. Like I said, if you're looking to play any orcs and need some dev copters, they're selling these right now. Packs of 3. Love this model. Definitely check that out. Also want to thank Puppets War, Secret Weapon Miniatures, KR Multi-Case. They're all coming in fresh. They've been making this orc army come together for me. I want to thank Asgog for the follow. Wicked Crow, Agent Arrow, Fin Fang Boom, Devilic. Quick shout out to Hairdrell for the donation. T Day, Killin' Tom Payton, Drazzer, our pimp, Troop Smash, Gamma Goblins, Orgasmic. Thank you for the donations, bro. Like literally, we joke about that shit, like how much beers I'm gonna drink this weekend, but literally, you guys help me keep the lights on all day, every day. So a quick shout out for that. Still one more name says, that looks so fresh. You think this looks fresh? Wait till you see the newest West Coast Guerrilla Battle Report. Just came back from Still One More Name's crib from an undisclosed location. And we filmed a sick-ass game. We had Dark Angels allied with Sisters of Battle versus Raven Guard. It was sick. Formations involved. It's going to be a pretty solid guerrilla battle report. I'm looking forward to that. That should be in the Hall of Veterans. We're going to get it done this week. Maybe it'll be up for early viewing on Patreon. It's going to be fresh. Sin for Game 69, you Audi 5000. Thanks for checking it out. Love you. T-Day, Nurgle is life, Nurgle is love. Dumma says, you checked out, showed his buddy the Plague Hulk video. Nurgle is so fresh, bro. Nurgle was my first love, bro. Jay Lantern, yo dog, what's up, brother? Thanks for checking out the stream. Lord Cypher, what's up, brother? No, we haven't painted the Warlord Titan yet. But we will. It's literally on the list. Like, Rob is doing a video, an extensive build video on it, tutorial, and then we'll do an extensive studio battle report. We will do a studio battle report with it, but we're gonna do a studio painting tutorial, multi-part series on painting it. Trust me, like, that shit would not have slipped through the cracks. Star Sunders, you built all them minis? Dope. Grazer, great to see you, bro, man. Can't wait to see you next time, homie. Alright. Let's put up the Vortex. Show the Vortex off one last time before we finish them up tonight. Fun spectral painting. Came out fucking dope. We're going to do some more details. I'll send it up. Definitely follow me on Instagram. We do a lot of update painting there. Okay. Bloodthirster back on camera. God, stupid Sisters of Battle, the worst sculpts in 40k. That was for you, Ironheaded. Luckily, still one more name. Oh, Ironheaded, none of that. We did not play, we played, like, starter box Dark Angels, with some basic sisters. Like, we played 1,500 points. You'll see the battle report. There were some competitive elements for sure, but it was definitely, it was a lot of cool, fun models played as competitively as possible. Alright, we're gonna get these rocks done.
And his name is John C.
Hustle, loyalty, respect. The Lord Cypher. Fresh with a $10 donation. Can't wait to see the finished Vortex. Keep up the work, my man. I will always keep up this work. That's what I do. I have not, Agent Arrow, I have not seen that Barracuda. Okay, so we're gonna use the same colors. We're gonna use a different brush though. Let me figure out the brush I want to use. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna highlight that rock, these rocks on this Bloodthirster's base. with a little bit of the same color we were using before. Let me get the zoom in, guys. Let's get in there. Let's get in it. So, just a little bit of dry brushing. Make that rock stand out. A little bit of bone highlight. We're going to upgrade. We're going to do one more pass. A little bit brighter. A little bit more aggressive on the ridge here. Help give us some lighting. Just like that. Boom. Switch over to the front rocks. Same deal. Just quick little dry brush, really give them some highlight pop. Like I said, the trick is I don't like to use white for this kind of stuff. I always use some kind of shade of bone. And if you really, and bone is really just an off-white, you know? And I think that always will do more work. Like I said, this is another eBay hack Bloodthirster. We use the same exact process I showed you in the video. There's a totally different Bloodthirster though. Took me about 30 minutes to make them look like this. Bought them on eBay. As a matter of fact, let me do a quick shout out. Let me see real quick. I said I would, because I got a good deal. I said I would shout this guy out. Let me check it out. Just go log in and shout out this eBay channel. eBay user Mark underscore Tarrington. Let me just copy that. Do my obligation. He's got some fresh X-Men and comic book shit up online right now. This guy's a true pimp. Help me out in a pinch. Good deal on a Bloodthirster. Right here. This is who sold me that Bloodthirster. Oh yeah, we had a repressor in our list. Still one more name. I remember now. It was so tight. Yeah, we played some fun, fluffy stuff. We had some elements in our list that were strong. We played them as strong as we could. You know. But yeah, Bloodthirster, eBay. Just shouted out the eBay channel. That guy cut me a sick deal. Let him go for a negotiated price in exchange for a little bit of promotion. And then he did a good job with the base colors. And then I touched it up, did some dry brush work, did some sick gloss washing and gloss varnishing. Switched them over to a nice circular secret weapon miniature wasteland base with a couple pieces of cork. And now we have two Bloodthirsters. Both eBay hacked reclaimed Bloodthirsters. One bright red, one dark red. Now every time I go to a tournament and I roll a 6 on Malefic and I pop out a Deepening, I've got 2 in case I pop out 2. Let me tell you, that doesn't happen. That's not as infrequent as you might think it is. With the amount of times I roll and the combinations I look for against certain matchups. I look for double Deepening against armies like Eldar. And that means I only care about Invisibility and Shroud. For my Death Star, kind of my mini Chaos Space Marine Death Star, come in. You know, you're only looking for 2 powers. Once you get a Shroud and an Invisibility, you literally every power on deck trying to get Deethirsters. And what's dope is I use Escape Hatch tech, so I'll pop Heralds out of an Escape Hatch separate them, turn them to D-thirsters on the ground as per the GW FAQ, push forward into range of Shroud from my little D-Star, little Death Star, and that way if you try to target my grounded Bloodthirsters, they're going to jink for 2 up cover saves, 4 plus 2 for the Shroud. And then the whole Death Star is going to be invisible. So now 2 D-Thirsters where there was none, Death Star on your doorstep. Chaos Space Marine Death Star, though. Not some Dark Angels and Space Wolves. That's a hard fight for me. That's a hard Death Star to fight against. But anyway, these are our 2 D-Thirsters that are only going to be in play occasionally. They're not in our army list, and that's why I got them. Out of print ones make me happy. And of course, we're going to put a little tuft of grass on this guy's base. And I'll do that real quick. I'll show you my technique. Elmer's glue, clutch. Get it from Walmart or whatever. I prefer Elmer's glue to any other no-brain shit, no name brands. I always had the most. I've been doing this for a long time. I have had I'm not talking. Don't get none of that cheap washable Elmer's glue bullshit. I'm talking OG real Elmer's glue. The shit you can't put in your mouth. You know, not that safe for kids bullshit. Where the fuck are my tweezers at? There we go. That shit has never done me dirty in all the years I've been doing this. Always comes in clutch. Looking for some gamer's grass. Looking for the right color. Always gotta have the right shit. Well, I mean, looks like green is what the other Bloodthirster is, so... Little tufts of green. Let me zoom in, show you guys my tech. I normally would have a whole whole army laid out once I finished them. So what I like to do, got my little hobby tweezers, got a little bit of Elmer's glue on the table. I just sneak in, put some by his foot to kind of cover up that seam. Because his foot was lifted off the base, that's why we put some cork under it. Same thing right here. I don't want anyone to even think about it. Some right here. Then we're going to grab a little bit bigger piece, third and final piece on deck, kind of sideways in the middle right here. And now we had enough basing material on this. Now that we take it to a tournament, they have a nice rubric. We're gonna max it out. There he is. And the cool thing about this Bloodthirster, like I said, he's got the reverse stance on the weapons. The guy I bought it from on eBay actually did that for us. That was pretty cool of him. And he did a good job building this Bloodthirster. It barely broke in transporting because they just break so easy. Like this red one right here, this guy was in 30 pieces right here. Let me, and you can see, they look so different. Like I said, this one was definitely not painted as well, but we came back and we highlighted him up. And he's, like I said, he's got that bright red versus that dark red. Dark red is definitely more intimidating, though. We've done a lot of things today. Still one more name. What's up, brother? What link? What are we looking at here? At I has muffins. I has muffin needs a link to what? What are you looking for? Has it been resolved? Yeah, Ironheaded. We definitely played a Bring a Hobby Back game. Yeah. Oh, out of print model makeovers. Okay, so I gotta go up and find out where I has muffins said something. with at next level painting, right? I am not seeing shit. I has muffins. Repeat yourself. Oh, is it this link that you put up for him? Fuck. That we're talking about? With some skulls and shit. Yeah, it looks fresh. I like that. That link, right? Yeah, that looks dope. Like, what's the question about this this model? A little bit of wash will go a long way in some of those areas, but I love it. I think that purple looks great. Drazzer, the orcs, I have not touched them. We have too much work right now. We're going to have to just wait till a little bit later in the year. Probably sometime after August, I'll start getting back on them in the stream hard. These images, obviously it's not totally done. Get some washing on that bone. You know, maybe go up a notch on that purple skin. A little bit of hand painting. I'd start off definitely getting some wash engaged so I can really see what it looks like. But it looks great though. It's a solid, angry looking motherfucker. I'd use a glaze, not a wash. Not a shade, iron-headed. Definitely, what I try to do is I would try to bring it up a notch with some pinks. And then if I were going to come back in with a glaze, I would actually take Gilliam Blue, mix it a little bit with Bloodletter Red, make your own little purple glaze. And try to drop it in there, you know. Maybe only after, you know, a gloss seal coat. Really see if you can make it pop. But honestly, you don't need the glaze if you do the brushwork, you know. We're almost done here, guys, though. Kind of ran out of things I want to paint on stream. I got to start lining my shit up better. But, you know, it's getting a little hard to beat slab, making a lot. I like the work load that we're doing here. We're doing a studio tutorial every week and 2 streams every week. You know, that's minimum 4 hours of streaming, and it takes me about 6-7 hours to make a studio video. I make them on Thursdays for Friday release. So, you know, we're doing all right. I mean, stream is a little bit more efficient, but you still need to put those studio videos out. You really can show more, you know. So that's, I mean, that's on top of all the editing I do for the Long War. And I still got to find time to paint about 40 hours a week. Not to toot my own horn like I'm some badass, but sometimes I feel like a badass. A badass who hasn't seen the sun in 3 weeks. Yeah, glazes are so good for especially if you want to maintain those bright colors. But I want to see. I mean, is GW? I don't know if they have yet, but is GW's gloss wash line extend to all their shades? Drazzer. Be moving to Florida. What part of Florida, brother? Let me know. I was born in Miami, lived there for 21 years. People are sharing that Rick and Morty link like crazy. Almost. What is this? Is this real? Everything in this video was actually said in a real court in Georgia as an inmate and a very unprofessional judge went back and forth, and I did not realize this was real. This makes it so much better. Oh my god, guys. Read this article. This is the shiz night. I did not realize it was real. 10 times better. Check this out, guys. I has muffins. You had a chance to try out any watercolor paints yet? No, man. That sounds amazing. Whisper a link in. Check them out. Soren Kemper, Miami. Got names for those bloodthirsters? Sonny and Crockett. Sonny Croquette. Hell yeah. Star Sunders. I need to get some of the glosses after watching Next Level Painting use it. Of course, bro. You're moving up to Pensacola near the Panhandle. Alright, you'll be alright up there. For Gen Z, sunlight is overrated. It gives you cancer. No, for real, dude. You ain't lying, bro. Damn, we need more GW gloss washes. I did not realize that shit was real. Let's check the old email real quick, see if anything came through. Sometimes people hit me up here. Nope. But a real quick shout out. Thank you for following me, Asgog, Wicked Crow, Agent Arrow, Fin Fang Boom, Devilic, Gorilla OND, again Malathion Taudry, C-Mac, and Demian Wins. Thanks for the follows, brother. All of you guys. Evan thinks that he just shared me that Rick and Morty again. He's like, yo, you haven't seen this yet? Nah, bro, I saw it this morning. People on Facebook. This Rick and Morty shit is so funny. This is not spam. Thanks for the whisper, I has muffins. I will check it out. Appreciate it. Alright, guys. I'm about to shut this bitch down and get back to work. Got about 5-6 more hours of painting I got to do in the Beats Lab. Keep my head down. Any direct Q&A, I'm going to end this at 8:30, so 5 minutes. Hit me up with anything you want me to answer. That's true. I has muffins. Now that I'm part of a group on Facebook, a team, on Twitch, I wonder how I do anything with it. No idea. Killing time painting. Later, dog. I'm out too. Love, peace, chicken and grease. Love you, brother. Dumma, who is your favorite viewer? Still one more name without a doubt. Oh, and my mom. Sorry. Scratch that. Your fucking clown shoes still with her name. 40K Sue is my favorite viewer. Iron-headed. Have you tried this, Kenny? Gloss washes, watercolor tube paint, and future Florax. No, that's crazy. Drazzer, some good booze money? Oh, yeah. Soren Kemper, any plans on a tasty Cena wall gif? Man, you know, I've gotten so much better at making them. I used to have to just hunt for them. Now I can just slice them up and make them myself. Like I said, if you have any suggestions on solid new Cena gifs, let's just start a Facebook group. Or hit me up on Facebook chat and let me know. Don't let me forget these amazing ideas. I has muffins. I'm not a poor person. I'm not homeless, dog. I don't need no oil washes. GW Gloss Wash. $18 a bottle, dog, all day. That's true, though. Tube oil lasts forever, man. You ain't lying. Spent all my money on Pabst Blue Ribbon. Get wasted for months. Natty Ice, dog. Dumba, you want to make a suggestion? All day. Hurry up and suggest. Let's take a look at our Vortex. And our B-Thirster. Our BT. Dumb. You're ridiculous. Who is that Pokemon? And his name is John Cena? It just doesn't make sense, you know? That's one of the best ones I've ever made. How dare you? No, I has muffins. I totally made that number up. They're not that expensive. T-Day says, suggestion. Keep it icy 24/7. Oh, I see what you're saying, Dumba. Alright, you're just nitpicking my gifts now. But I appreciate it. Go back in there and the Beats Lab and audio engineer it out. I could do that. I know, right? Still one more name. Gonna question a Cena gif. I'm the only Twitch channel on Twitch rolling out sick Cena gifs 24/7. Dumba, you're so silly. You're out of control. Yeah, they're like $8 for a child. You're right. And if you get any kind of discount online, you should be getting at least 20% off. Like GW got paid, they made it, they manufactured it, they distributed it. You know, pick it up for 20% off minimum. You think I should bring back some Bill and Ted gifts, Drazzer? Like I said, you guys have these great ideas. If you don't fucking hit me up on Facebook, literally just add me as a friend on Facebook. Facebook message me, John Cena gif this or Randy Savage. I will literally not remember this shit. This is all amazing ideas. I know you've been saying it for weeks, and I've literally forgot it for weeks, Drazzer. You don't have Dumba. You don't have a Facebook. You're fucking with me. He's fucking with me. A hair drill. Sick idea. Facebook it to me. Oh, you tagged me in an Instagram picture last night? Let's see if that's true. Let's see if that's true. I'm gonna go on Instagram right now. Oh, my phone's off. Fuck. Drazzer just hits me up on Facebook. Make a Randy Savage gif. And I will respond with, yes, sir. Some rock bottoms. Alright, guys, I love you guys. You guys, seriously, you make it happen. I wish I could do stream 6 hours a day. We are getting close to it, though. Let me go in my soapbox for just 1 minute before we shut it down. I think this is the right one. Yeah, right here. Like I said, we're close. Between Patreon, YouTube, Twitch, the Long War, all my ventures, all my little things that I do in the community, and my commissions. We're close. The goal is to get enough income from all these things that I can go part-time on commissions. That eventually, no lie, I will close the door on commissions eventually in the future. That is not even close. That is literally more than 1 year away, maybe longer. But once I close the door on commissions, it'll be, you know, a commission on a cool model basis. We will go 100% requests. We'll source requests from Twitters and Facebooks, on Twitch. We'll paint them on stream. We'll do 6 hours, like we'll do 4 or 5 streams a week, 6 hours a stream. We'll paint these motherfuckers on stream and we'll give them away on stream. That's the goal. That's the business model. We're a lot closer than it looks. You know, we're like halfway there to like, you know, how I need things to pop off. Right now I'm ashamed that I can only stream 4 or 5 hours a week. You know, like I should have been on Twitch a long time ago. Embarrassed by that, but we're here now, and we're gonna just keep upgrading the quality. We're gonna fucking put the money where it needs to be, get our resource department on lock. We're in Hollywood. We're making things happen. We're meeting the right people, but it's only a matter of time. We're almost there. Appreciate everyone for watching. This will be reposted on YouTube and on Patreon. So if you're not a Patreon, yo, stop giving me $20 a stream. Just go to Patreon and become a patron. It's way better. I appreciate all donations, but I am also about value for the viewership. You are all my friends. I don't look at it as an audience and a person relationship. We're friends, sharing ideas together. Can't do without you. Play on, players.